We are looking at this unbelievable home in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods of all of Philadelphia. We're talking about the Rittenhouse Square area in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for all you people who aren't familiar with PA.
Got it. Yeah, we're at 2017 Sansom Street in Rittenhouse, surrounded by the best real estate, the best restaurants, the best cultural visitation sites in the city. $5 million property, absolutely stunning, developer owned, 12-car garage. The garage is impeccable. You can eat off the floor. The atrium is the centerpiece of this property. Absolutely one of a kind, one of one.
I guess over here we have the living room area.
Bedroom on one side of the property, some additional bedrooms in the back. It was designed to really work around this atrium space.
But I noticed that these are electronically open.
Yep, custom shades throughout. I think what you'll notice through this property is, yes, it's a gut renovation.
Rumor has it that if you buy this house, you're giving one of these cars away?
Everything's negotiable.
Welcome to the Real Estate Show with Pat Lopez, where we talk everything real estate. I'm with Jim Onesti from the McCann team, and we are looking at this unbelievable home that you're going to tell us all about in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods of all of Philadelphia. We're talking about the Rittenhouse Square area in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for all you people who aren't familiar with PA. So, Jim, why don't you tell us a little something about this home? You know, is it a developer? Is it a home buyer? Tell us a little bit of something.
You got it. Yeah, we're at 2017 Sansom Street in Rittenhouse, surrounded by the best real estate, the best restaurants, the best cultural visitation sites in the city. So, $5 million property, absolutely stunning, developer owned, 12-car garage. The garage is impeccable. You can eat off the floor. The residence is above, spared no expense. Amazing space that I'm excited to take you through.
Perfect. So we're gonna see it, and you said it was about 6,000 square feet upstairs?
6,000 total. 3,000 upstairs, 3,000 below.
Okay, perfect. So why don't we go inside? Feet upstairs, right?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that we need to know? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but
Pretty straightforward. The ceiling height's obvious, but this property is really designed for expansion. So if you want to go up, you want to add on to it, very easy to do.
great. So why don't we go upstairs? Let's see the amazing second floor.
Let's do it.
Video is brought to you by Just Blessed Media. They aren't just a video agency, they are a hub for media and systems integration.
Build your media machine today.
The atrium is the centerpiece of this property. Absolutely one of a kind, one of one. We've had some crazy ideas from people who've come through to see the home, to buy the home. Some people wanted to hang swinging seats from the joists around the dining room table. Some people wanted to be their green room. You name it, people have brought it up on these tours.
Great. Okay, then why don't we walk over here and see what we have? I guess over here we have the living room area.
Living room here. Bedroom on one side of the property, some additional bedrooms in the back. It was designed to really work around this atrium space. You'll see the kitchen flanked to the right, living area to the left.
Okay, why don't we go see the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, here we are in the kitchen. Tell us a little bit about the kitchen, other than all this wonderful food,
Yeah.
and you're going to tell us about what's going on a little bit later on tonight.
Absolutely.
But we'll get to that in a minute. So tell us about this kitchen.
Stunning chef's kitchen. I just threw a little something together for you guys. I knew you were coming over. I had a little food laid out for you. But, I mean, God, it speaks for itself. From the mirrored cabinets to the amazing appliances and the stone choice matching the cabinets is just perfect.
Right, and I can see how the island has the waterfall, granite or marble in
Extra
here.
large island, just a great entertainment space. Between the kitchen and the light atrium space, it's just a phenomenal space to entertain.
Right, all the natural light, and then of course, you know, high-end appliances I can see. Great. So why don't we go and look at some of the bedrooms? Okay, great. So this is one of the bedrooms?
We're in a guest bedroom. Plenty of space, as you can see, beautiful light. The bathroom's amazing. I definitely want you to see this bathroom. It overlooks the atrium in the center of the property. Really cool, unique feature.
And I like how they smoked out the glass there, just in case, you know, somebody doesn't want to be an exhibitionist.
Smoke can be removed if you want to remove it.
Right, right. So we're in another bedroom where you're going to show us the master and the primary in a couple minutes. But I noticed that these are electronically open.
Yep, custom shades throughout. I think what you'll notice through this property is, yes, it's a gut renovation, but the character he was able to maintain. The exposed brick, the beams, a lot of the steel through the property, which you'll catch in your video.
Right. Okay, great. And then we have the bathroom right on front. So it looks like all the rooms have their own bathrooms. So they're en suite, which is a really good touch. So we're in the primary suite. So when you first walk in, I can see the exposed brick, which is beautiful.
Yep.
And then the bathroom. So why don't we look at this bathroom?
Come take a look. Yeah, beautiful primary bath. Tile choices are absolutely perfect. And huge shower.
Oh, a beautiful cabinetry. We see that. And here, which a lot of people are doing, they have a whole shower tub enclosure, so you can do whatever you want and not worry about, you know, getting anything wet, which is dynamite.
People love these wet rooms. I think they're a nice touch.
Absolutely. So why don't we see the bathroom? And I do like, you know, all these lighting with the glow.
See that? The lights up around as well. So if it's dark at night, you can still see what's going on.
One of
two walk-ins.
Two walk-ins, right? So we're going to take a shot of that.
So if someone needs more, wants more, he's willing to work with the client, customize it, build it out to the way they live.
Perfect. Okay, and then here is the primary.
Primary, you see some of those architectural features still running through the property all the way back here. Steel beams. Got some interesting suggestions from people on this piece as well, but.
And then another walk-in.
Yeah, another walk-in. Exposed beam in the closet. So every corner of this property has something really beautiful to look at.
I saw in some of your marketing material, you talked about a roof and some of the plans that are already, I guess, are they approved or where are they at?
Yep.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. It's a massive property. It's wide, it's deep. The roof is also massive. So why let it go to waste? The developer could build for the buyer a pilot house, which could be an additional living space, with the pilot house letting out onto a massive roof deck for entertaining and stargazing.
Right, and then I love it with this picture because then you can see the atrium and you can look down, which would be really cool as well.
You can. It's supported for a hot tub or multiple hot tubs, kitchen, all the bells and whistles. You'll see an outdoor shower there tucked into the corner.
Right. Right, exactly. And because this is a industrial building, you know, the beams are heavy enough that heck, you can do whatever you want. Absolutely.
You can go up, even build an additional floor if you wanted to. Need the space.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. And now, once again, we're in Rittenhouse Square. We're a block away from the square, right?
Yep.
So you have your park right there, like you said, the restaurants and everything, which is dynamite. And once again, you know, one of the most expensive zip codes in all of Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we are back in the garage, and I'm seeing a McLaren here. My goodness, for something like this. You have 3 cars here, and you can double that up, you know, easily with it. Now, rumor has it that if you buy this house, you're giving one of these cars away?
Everything's negotiable, as you know. As you taught me.
Everything's negotiable. Okay, let's see this car here, the Ferrari. This is a Ferrari right here. I can see the horse.
McLaren, Ferrari, Lotus.
Okay, Jim, we talked about this property being $5 million. You know, who the buyer could be. Obviously somebody who either has a business that may want to use part of that garage for that,
sure.
or a car enthusiast that has, you know, a bunch of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, or what have you. But my question for you is, what does, and because this is a developer, what is the developer looking for or expects from a luxury lister like yourself?
Yeah, sure. They really want us to reach not only the local buyers, but regional, national, and international. So we spend a lot of time, money, and energy going overseas to find people across the country. But we also exhaust the local options as well. So we need everybody to see this property. So we do a lot of content, as you know. We throw a lot of parties. We do a lot of cross collaboration. We did one a few months ago, and we had Ferrari do the event with us.
Right.
They invited their VIP list, which was, I think, people who bought 2 Ferraris in the last year. We brought our VIP list. Our people got to drive the cars. We invited clients, people who showed interest in the property, got them to see the property in a different light. We do a lot of that stuff. Tonight, here at this property, we have a few Lamborghinis getting pulled into that amazing garage.
And we're going to see that.
Yeah, so we have Lamborghinis for people to touch and feel and look at. And we have some high-end jewelry coming to the party as well.
Right.
So we like to tap into other people's clientele list as well, people who can afford a property like this.
Right, which is super smart. Why just rely on your mailing list when you can utilize other people's, you know, mailing lists, and obviously people who can afford, you know, that kind of price range that you have. Okay, great. So you're throwing a massive party. I was at your last party. You had about 250 people, you know, at that one, which was, you know, really amazing. And I was super excited to be there. And I was looking good with my Valentino jacket, you know.
And that hair.
So that's what's going to happen here. You have people coming over.
Pretty much.
Just so they can, you know, get some eyes on it.
The last one you were at was a big party, probably 250 people. This one, we're going to have a lot of things here for people to see and do, but a little smaller crowd.
Okay.
Boutique crowd, a little bit more of a targeted VIP, but a little less of a crowd, and keep it a little bit more controlled.
Right. Yeah, because there was a ton. There was a ton of people at that last one. Okay, so what you find that separates what you do versus another agent? Do you think it's just that outreach of that, you know, cross collaborating with other people? You know, what's the secret sauce? Because this isn't your only luxury listing. You have, you know, many, and I'm sure in the future we'll be at another one of your locations.
People pay us for our reach, and they pay us for our expertise in our niche. Yeah, our reach is massive. Been doing it 26 years. Our database is deep and wide. And we spend the money that needs to be spent to find our target. Okay? And we have a lot of tools to do that. And people always ask me, oh, what's your budget? What's your budget? The budget's whatever it takes. Whatever it takes for me to find the person for the property is what we're going to spend. That aside, people hire us for our expertise in this niche.
Right.
A lot of folks dabble in new construction or in renovated properties or luxury properties, but it's all we do.
Right.
And when you only do something, your knowledge base is a lot deeper.
Right.
And we've run into a lot of scenarios and situations over the last 26 years over and over and over again.
It's normal for you.
Very normal. It might be a big deal to someone else, but it's something we do every week.
Right. And then I know you deal with a bunch of developers, and this property is a developer.
Yeah.
Are they any different than a regular seller? Like, let's say somebody owned this house and was moving across the country, and
Absolutely.
you know, is there a difference there in those expectations?
It's a big difference. Yeah. I mean, of course, expectations, not only their expectations of us, our expectations of them, the public's expectation of them, and on and on and on. But it's different because, you know, these developers, they have a lot on the line.
Right.
You know, and we share in their anxiety and their stress and their pain. You know, some developers, they risk it all over and over again. And if a project doesn't go right, it's not like, oh, that one didn't go right. I mean, bad things can happen when projects don't.
And you have skin in the game, because you may have several thousands, 5,000, 10,000 in
Sure.
marketing, and the DJ, the food, everything else that you have. So you have skin in the game as well.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, I'm just going to post the sign, put it in the MLS, and that's
that's good for everybody.
Right.
Because when we have skin in the game, what does that mean? That means we need to perform. Okay. We need to get these properties sold. It's not like, oh, that one didn't sell. Like, we're investing a lot of money, a lot of time. We have a deep staff who's very well paid. So yeah, when the stakes are raised for everyone, it usually results in something great.
Okay, great. So do you have anything else that you want to add about this beautiful property, or about, you know, your marketing, your team?
Yeah.
And then lastly, you know, if somebody wants to see more of your properties, how would they do that? Your website, you know, email, whatever, Facebook, Instagram?
I'm really excited for everyone to see this full video of yours, okay? It is what we would say is a one-of-one property. There is not another property like this in Philadelphia. This property at $5 million would sell for $40 million in New York.
Without question.
Right? Easy. We are targeting New York heavy, as we always do. We've had a lot of New Yorkers through here. It's a discount, it's a bargain. Like, you're just not going to get this anywhere on the East Coast. It's a fraction of the price anywhere else. So excited for them to see the full video and really get a feel for the property. What else can I say? We love what we do. This is what we do. We try to raise the bar on ourselves, each event, each big listing. We're creative. We're not scared to try things. We're not scared to swipe our credit card and go for it. So we do go for it.
Great. And then, so where can they see more of your properties? Do you have your website?
JimO'Nesty.com, best place to start. And then I love social media. I'm on every platform under Jim O'Nesty. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you can find me there.
Okay, great. Well, Jim, thank you for the tour. The place looks absolutely dynamite, and I'm going to stay around to look at those Ferraris and maybe eat a little food.
Thank you. Thank you.